Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff. The wind howls in your face. The ground below looks like a distant memory, and you're about to make a decision that could change everything. What holds you back? Fear, doubt, or is it something deeper, something you may not even realize? It's not the height of a challenge that's stopping you, it's the belief you have in yourself. But here's the truth: your self belief is the most powerful tool you have in your arsenal. It's the fuel behind every victory, every challenge you conquer, every step you take towards greatness. But what happens when that belief is shaky? When doubt creeps in, when the world tells you that you're not enough? That's when you need to dig deep, believe in your power, and push forward. Stay with me for the next few minutes because we're going to talk about how you can transform your doubts into strength and tap into the limitless potential that lies within you. Self belief is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without it, we are like ships without sails, drifting aimlessly in a sea of uncertainty. The first step to realizing the power of self belief is understanding what it truly means. It's more than just thinking you're capable, it's a profound, unwavering trust in your own abilities, even when the world around you may not see it. This trust is what carries you through the roughest storms and the toughest challenges. At its core, self belief is about recognizing that you, as you are, have everything you need to overcome the challenges life throws at you. The world has a way of making us doubt ourselves, whether through rejection, failure, or simply by seeing others achieve things we feel are out of our reach. But what we often forget is that those same challenges and setbacks are what shape us. They test our resolve and show us just how much we're capable of if we refuse to give up. One of the most powerful things about self belief is its ability to influence perception. When you believe in yourself, you start to view the world differently. Problems stop looking like insurmountable obstacles and start looking like opportunities to learn and grow. When you're confident in your abilities, you can approach situations with a mindset of solutions rather than dwelling on the problems themselves. This shift in perception is key to unlocking your potential. Self belief also acts as a shield against doubt, which is one of the most destructive forces you encounter on your journey. Doubt creeps in at the most inconvenient times, telling you that you're not good enough or that success is for others, not for you. But self belief is what pushes those doubts aside, allowing you to focus on what you can do rather than on what you can't. It empowers you to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to keep moving forward even when failure seems imminent. The key to overcoming doubt is not to eliminate it entirely, because doubt is a natural part of being human, but to strengthen your belief in yourself so that doubt no longer has the power to hold you back. And this belief isn't something that just appears overnight. It's built through actions, decisions, and the willingness to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey may be. Each small victory, each challenge you face and overcome strengthens your belief in your own abilities. It's a cycle. Belief leads to action, and action leads to results, which in turn reinforce your belief. Think about a time when you achieved something that once seemed impossible. The moment you reached your goal, did you feel like you could take on the world? That's the power of self belief. It expands your limits and unlocks a version of yourself you never knew existed. It's like breaking through a barrier you didn't even realize was there. And the more you practice this belief, the more you realize that you're capable of much more than you originally thought. The beauty of self belief is that it's not just about achieving success, it's about the journey. It's about learning to trust yourself, even when you stumble, even when the world tells you that you should give up. Because as long as you continue to believe in yourself, the possibilities are endless. The moment you embrace your own potential, you begin to see not only the opportunities before you, but also the strength that lies within you. The path to success is paved with self belief. It's the key that unlocks everything else. Overcoming doubt is perhaps one of the greatest challenges we face in life. Doubt is a natural human emotion. It's our mind's way of protecting us from what seems unfamiliar or risky. But while doubt can be useful in certain situations, too much of it can paralyze us and prevent us from moving forward. It creeps into our thoughts at the worst moments, casting shadows over our dreams and making us question our abilities and decisions. When left unchecked, doubt can rob us of opportunities and prevent us from reaching our full potential. The power to overcome doubt lies in our ability to shift our mindset. Doubt often presents itself as a voice in our head whispering that we're not good enough or that our goals are out of reach. But the key is realizing that this voice is not a reflection of reality. It's just an echo of fear, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These are the true sources of doubt. And when we allow ourselves to listen to that voice, we become victims of our own limiting beliefs. So to overcome doubt, the first step is to challenge it. Recognize that doubt, while it feels real, is often based on assumptions that haven't been tested. When you doubt yourself, ask yourself, what evidence do I have to support this belief? More often than not, you'll find that your fears are unfounded. The reality is that most of the things we doubt ourselves about are not as insurmountable as they seem. Whether it's a career decision, a personal goal, or a new venture, the fear of failure is almost always exaggerated in our minds. What we fail to realize in these moments is that failure isn't a reflection of our worth. It's simply a part of the process of growth. Each failure is a lesson in disguise, an opportunity to adjust, learn, and try again. One of the most powerful tools to counteract doubt is to focus on what we can control. We can't always control the outcome of every situation, but we can control the effort we put in, the choices we make, and the actions we take. This shift in focus from outcome to process allows us to let go of the fear of failure and concentrate on doing our best, regardless of what happens next. By doing so, we reduce the pressure we place on ourselves, and over time, this builds our confidence and diminishes the power of doubt. Another essential aspect of overcoming doubt is surrounding ourselves with a supportive network. When doubt starts to take hold, it's easy to isolate ourselves and fall deeper into negative thinking. However, sharing your concerns with trusted friends, mentors, or peers can help you gain perspective. Often, others can see our potential more clearly than we can, and their encouragement can be a powerful antidote to self-doubt. They remind us of our strengths, past successes, and the times when we overcame adversity. It's important to seek out positive influences that remind you of your value and potential. Ultimately, overcoming doubt is a process that requires constant practice and self-awareness. It's about learning to recognize when doubt is trying to take over and taking conscious action to push past it. The more we expose ourselves to challenges, the more we prove to ourselves that we are capable. Each time we succeed, no matter how small the victory, we reinforce the belief that we can do it. And as we continue to push through doubt, we begin to see that it has less power over us. In the end, overcoming doubt is not about eliminating it completely. It's about learning how to rise above it and keep moving forward, regardless of the fear or uncertainty we may feel. Resilience and perseverance are two qualities that are often intertwined, yet their individual power cannot be underestimated when it comes to overcoming life's most difficult challenges. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much we plan or prepare, obstacles will always appear. The difference between those who succeed and those who falter is not talent or intelligence, but the ability to keep going when things get tough. Resilience is the mental and emotional fortitude to bounce back after setbacks, while perseverance is the relentless determination to continue on despite difficulties, doubt, or failure. Resilience is something that is built over time through experience. It's not a trait you are simply born with, but rather one you develop as you face adversity. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your ability to handle future obstacles. Think of resilience as the ability to bounce back when life pushes you down. It's the internal strength to rise again, even when things seem hopeless. When you experience hardship, resilience teaches you that it's not the end of the story. You might fall, you might get hurt, but the journey is far from over. Each time you rise again, you build a stronger foundation to face whatever comes next. However, resilience alone isn't enough. It's perseverance that drives you to keep moving forward once you bounce back. While resilience is the ability to recover, perseverance is the willingness to keep going. It's about sticking to your goals even when the going gets tough, even when progress feels painfully slow, and even when others may doubt your ability to succeed. Perseverance requires patience and a deep sense of belief that the effort you put in today will eventually pay off tomorrow. It's easy to give up when success seems distant or out of reach, but those who persevere understand that success is not a straight path. It's often messy, filled with detours and setbacks, but it's the unwavering pursuit of that goal that makes all the difference. What's critical to understand is that resilience and perseverance are not about avoiding failure. They're about using failure as a stepping stone. Every setback or disappointment you face is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. Instead of letting failure define you, you use it as a lesson to better prepare for the next challenge. This mindset shift is key to developing both resilience and perseverance. When you change how you view failure, from something to be feared into something to be learned from, you free yourself from the paralyzing grip of fear. You understand that failure is not permanent, it's just a part of the process. And it's through this understanding that you build the mental and emotional strength to keep going, no matter how many times you fall. It's the mental strength to keep going, no matter how many times you fall. Another important aspect of resilience and perseverance is the role of self belief. Without believing in yourself, it's easy to lose heart when things don't go according to plan. However, when you trust in your ability to bounce back and keep going, you begin to see every obstacle as just another test. Self belief fuels your resilience, giving you the strength to keep pushing forward. It's this belief that helps you persevere through difficult moments, knowing that the challenges you face are not permanent roadblocks, but temporary hurdles on your path to success. In the end, resilience and perseverance aren't just about surviving life's challenges, they're about thriving through them. They're the traits that transform difficulties into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and failures into stepping stones. And as you continue to cultivate these qualities, you'll discover that the more you face, the stronger you become. Every obstacle you overcome not only brings you closer to your goals, but it also brings you closer to the person you are meant to be. Fear is a powerful force. It has the ability to paralyze us, hold us back, and prevent us from achieving our true potential. Yet, what many don't realize is that fear is not inherently bad. It's a natural response to the unknown, to risk, to the possibility of failure. It's a part of being human. But the real question is not how to avoid fear, but how to transform it. Fear, when harnessed properly, can become a powerful catalyst for growth. It's not the absence of fear that leads to success, but the courage to move forward despite it. Fear often disguises itself as self doubt. When we're afraid, we question our abilities, our worth, and our chances of success. We become so focused on the worst case scenario, the failure, the rejection, the humiliation, that we forget to consider the possibility of success. Fear amplifies our insecurities and makes us question our potential. But what if we learned to see fear as an opportunity? What if, instead of running from it, we leaned into it, recognizing that it's a sign we are stepping outside our comfort zone, venturing into new territory, and pushing ourselves towards something greater? Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the ability to act in spite of it. It's the willingness to step into the unknown, even when the outcome is uncertain. Courage doesn't mean we aren't afraid, it means we don't allow that fear to control us. It's about taking the first step even when we don't have all the answers, even when the road ahead looks unclear. Each time we face fear and push past it, we become stronger, more confident, and more capable of handling whatever comes next. It's through these acts of courage that we build our self-belief, our resilience, and our sense of purpose. When we face fear with courage, we unlock the door to personal growth. Every time we take on something that scares us, we expand our boundaries. The more we expose ourselves to discomfort, the more we learn to navigate it. Fear loses its power over time as we continue to push through it. But it's not just the act of facing fear that's important, it's how we frame it. Instead of viewing fear as something to avoid, we need to start seeing it as a challenge to be embraced. Fear tells us we're on the verge of something new, something transformative. It's a sign that we are pushing ourselves to evolve, to become better, and to achieve things we once thought impossible. By embracing fear, we stop allowing it to define our actions. We choose to move forward not because we're immune to fear, but because we recognize that growth lies on the other side of it. When fear no longer controls us, it becomes just another emotion we experience rather than something that dictates our behavior. We realize that our potential is far greater than our fear, and that by continuing to take action despite it, we unlock a power within ourselves that we may have never known existed. In the end, fear is not the enemy, it's a signal. It tells us when we are pushing the limits of what we thought possible. And when we face fear with courage, we begin to rewrite the narrative of our lives. We stop letting fear hold us back and start using it as a tool to propel us forward. It is through this process that we realize our true strength, not in the absence of fear, but in our ability to act in spite of it. If fear becomes the stepping stone to courage, and courage becomes the pathway to greatness. Realizing your potential is one of the most empowering and life-changing experiences. Yet, for many, it remains an elusive concept, something that seems distant or unattainable. The truth is, every one of us has immense potential locked within, but too often we either don't recognize it or we doubt our ability to unlock it. The connection between self belief and realizing potential is profound. Belief in yourself is the key that unlocks the doors to the life you're capable of living. When you believe in your ability to achieve, you open the path to your greatest potential. And this belief is what drives you toward realizing what you're truly capable of. We all have a tendency to limit ourselves, sometimes without even realizing it. We impose boundaries based on past experiences, fears, and societal expectations. We see other people achieving great things, and instead of feeling inspired, we feel like we're falling short. But the difference between those who tap into their potential and those who don't isn't their abilities, it's their belief in themselves. People who succeed are not the ones who are the most talented or gifted. They are the ones who believe they can succeed even when the odds seem stacked against them. This belief fuels their actions, motivating them to keep going, to push through setbacks, and to continue on their path, even when it feels like they might not reach their destination. The process of realizing your potential begins with recognizing that you are capable of more than you think. It's about shifting from a mindset of limitation to one of possibility. When you start to believe that you can achieve, that belief becomes the driving force behind your actions. It gives you the courage to take risks, to step into the unknown, and to pursue goals that once seemed out of reach. You begin to realize that the only thing holding you back is the lack of belief in your own abilities. The key to unlocking your potential is not waiting for the perfect moment or for everything to fall into place. It's about taking that first step, even if you're not sure where it will lead. One of the most important aspects of realizing your potential is recognizing that it's a journey, not a destination. There's no finish line where you suddenly become the person you were meant to be. Instead, it's an ongoing process of growth and discovery. With every challenge you face and every hurdle you overcome, you unlock a new layer of your potential. The more you step out of your comfort zone, the more you learn about yourself and the more you realize what you are truly capable of. Right now, when you're trying to figure out what life is giving you under tension, the more you realize what you are truly capable of. This journey of self-discovery and growth is endless, and it's through this process that you continually evolve into the person you are meant to become. But realizing your potential also requires action. Believing in your ability is important, but belief alone is not enough. Potential is not realized through mere thoughts or intentions, it is unlocked through consistent action. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. When you take action, you reinforce the belief in your ability to succeed. And this creates a positive feedback loop. With each action, you gain momentum, and the path to realizing your full potential becomes clearer. The more you act, the more you learn, and the more confident you become in your own abilities. The journey of realizing your potential is not always easy. It's filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the willingness to continue, even when things get tough. The more you believe in yourself, the more you tap into your limitless potential. It's about learning to trust that you are capable of achieving greatness and that every challenge you face is an opportunity to unlock even more of your potential. As you continue to push forward, you begin to see that there are no limits to what you can accomplish, and that the only thing standing between you and your dreams is your own belief in yourself. Action and accountability are the cornerstones of turning dreams into reality. It's easy to talk about what we want to achieve or where we want to go in life. It's easy to have grand ideas about success, wealth, or personal growth. But without action, these ideas remain just that, ideas. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't lies in the ability to take consistent action towards their goals, regardless of how daunting they may seem. But action is only one part of the equation. Without accountability, even the best intentions can fall flat. When you hold yourself accountable for the results you want, you create a sense of responsibility that drives you to stay committed, even when the journey gets tough. The importance of action cannot be overstated. Dreams and aspirations are like seeds. They will not grow unless they are planted, nurtured, and acted upon. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that success will come at some point in the future if we just wait long enough. But that's a misconception. Success doesn't wait for us. It's not something that simply falls into our lap. It's something we have to actively pursue. This means putting in the work day in and day out and continually moving towards your goals, even when progress seems slow or imperceptible. Every step you take, no matter how small, is one step closer to achieving your dream. The key is to keep moving, to keep acting, and to not let the fear of failure, the pressure of obstacles, or the lure of comfort stop you from doing what you need to do. However, action alone is not enough. Without accountability, it becomes far too easy to get distracted, to procrastinate, or to give up when things get tough. Accountability is what ensures that you stay on track even when motivation wanes. It's about taking full responsibility for your actions and your progress and your results. When you hold yourself accountable, you acknowledge that you are the one in control of your success. No one else can do the work for you, and no one else can make your dreams come true. You are the only one who can make it happen. This sense of responsibility creates a powerful internal drive that pushes you to keep going, to meet your commitments, and to stay focused on the end goal. Accountability also helps you measure progress. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of success as an abstract concept, something that's always just out of reach. But when you hold yourself accountable, you break down your big goals into manageable steps and you track your progress along the way. This makes the journey to success not only more achievable, but also more satisfying. Every small victory, every goal you meet is a step forward. And by holding yourself accountable, you ensure that you don't lose sight of these incremental successes. You celebrate the wins, no matter how small, and use them to fuel your next steps. The connection between action and accountability is also key when it comes to personal growth. When you take action and hold yourself accountable, you begin to learn more about yourself, what works, what doesn't, where you're strong, and where you need improvement. This self-awarenessness is crucial because it allows you to adjust, to evolve, and to keep improving. Accountability is not about beating yourself up when things don't go according to plan. It's about understanding where you went wrong, learning from it, and doing better next time. It's the willingness to look at the bigger picture and to stay focused on long-term goals rather than getting lost in short-term setbacks. In the end, action and accountability go hand in hand. Action gets things moving, but accountability keeps you moving. Without both, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking or wishing without ever seeing results. But when you commit to taking action, hold yourself accountable, and stay focused on the journey, you unlock the full potential of your efforts. You transform your dreams into tangible outcomes and prove to yourself that you have the power to achieve whatever you set your mind to. It's through this combination of consistent action and unwavering accountability that you become the person capable of achieving great things.